Again, the warm-up you could do every day if you wanted to, and it would be beneficial to you. So we're going to start just with 10 squats. Now for the squats, all I want you to make sure that your feet are just over shoulder width apart, your toes not pointing straight forward, slightly out. We're not really, really open. Yeah, we're about 30 degrees off of the normal. And then all we're doing is pushing our knees out over our feet as we sit down, keeping our chest up, hip back and down. Yeah, so from the side, we're coming to this position. Chest stays up, hips go back as if I'm sitting on a chair, and then sit down. I'm not coming straight down here. Yeah, hips back, knees out, chest up, arms out in front if you want. Again, use a bench or a chair if you need to. You need 10 of those. Okay. From there, we do 10 alternate reverse lunges. With the reverse lunges, you're making sure this back foot stays in a straight line. Yeah? So we're not stepping back and twisting our foot out here, we're returning our knee in, which can cause pain in here. We're going straight back, down, keeping your chest up, pause at the bottom, come back up. Same on the other side, pause at the bottom, come back up. Again from the side, coming up, here. So I've got a straight line from my back knee, all the way up through to my head. Yeah, straight line, back knee, all the way up to my shoulder and my head. Okay, we're not leaning forwards or anything like that. Again, from the front, making sure that back foot is in a straight line as if it's coming up here. I'm not twisting or turning the foot out. So you do 10 of those. Okay, from there you can do your incline crawl with thoracic rotation. Now again, you can use a bench for this, but what we're looking to do, step up outside your hand or outside your arm on the bench. Make sure you're pushing this back hip down, pushing this knee out, and then rotate. Yeah, turn to look at your hand, come back down, come back in. Same on the other side. So go to the side, and then stretch up. Okay, again from the side. We come in, back hip is coming down, back is staying nice and long, rotating. Coming back, pushing your knee away from yourself. Foot stays flat on the floor, back leg, hip down, leg relatively straight, turn, and okay. You need 10 of those, okay? From there, we're going to ankle movements, okay? So you're going to sit down, we're going to sit on the floor with our legs relatively wide, and just flex our knees. Yeah, so we're trying to keep this bit locked, yeah? And from there, we make circles. You do 5 in one direction, and then you do 5 in the other direction. Really looking at moving from the ankles and circling as much as you can, not just rolling through it, really circle. From there, you point and flex your feet. Point and flex. Point and flex. Again, you do 5 of these. Really think about keeping this flexed. So when I'm relaxed here, my heels are on the floor. When I flex my quads, my heels come up off the floor, which allows me to move my ankles fully. Yeah, so we do 5 point and flex, and then we do 5 pronate and supinate. So pronate is if we're walking on the inside edge of our foot, and then we supinate and roll to the outside edge of the foot. Inside, outside, inside, outside. And you do 5 of those. Then we do 10 full flexion here. So all you're doing, bringing your foot all the way in, and then coming out. Remember, you're trying to pull your ankle into your bum. From there, I want you to move into our 90-90 stretch. So we're going to sit, facing in one direction. You're going to put one leg, so the knee is pointing forwards, with the lower leg bent at 90 degrees. You're then going to sit your other leg out at 90 degrees at the hip, and that's coming out to the side. Again, the knee is bent. First thing we're going to do, we're going to try and get our chest down to the front knee, keeping everything pressing down against the floor, and we're just coming down here. Here you should feel a nice stretch through your glute, and you're going to hold that position for 20 seconds. Then we're going to come up, we're going to turn our body, and we're going to stretch towards the other toe, or the other foot. Again, you're keeping this knee down. So we're working through here. This knee stays down on the floor, and we just stretch across. Now you're not going to get a huge range of motion, but it starts to open up through your hip. Again, you're going to hold that for 20 seconds, and then you repeat it. Okay? So you do 20 seconds, 20 seconds. You do it twice on each side. From there, what you do And then if I change the way I'm facing, from here you open up this leg, bring everything round, and we do it in exactly the same, we just change legs. So now my left leg's in front of me, my right leg's out to the side. Again, I'm going to bring myself down towards this hip, towards this knee, making sure the knee and the ankle are pressed down against the floor. Hold it for 20 seconds, and then come up on this side. So I'm coming towards that toe. Again, I'm keeping this knee pressed on the floor. You're going to feel a little bit of maybe tension cramping through this hip. Hold it for 20 seconds. Come back, another 20 seconds. Come back, another 20 seconds. Okay? From there, we're going to our half kneeling hip flexor stretch. So you're going to set yourself up so you're on your knees with your foot flat on the floor and your toe pointing in towards your bum. Yeah? From there, the other foot comes out in front. And what we're going to do, we're going to squeeze our glute. So from here, we're not arched in any way. Glutes are squeezed, rib cage is down, so your spine is neutral, and you push yourself forwards here, keeping that tension through there. Pushing your pelvis forward, coming forward as far as you can in this position. When you're in there again, I want you to be thinking about pulling this knee out away from you, keep it nice and tight. You're going to hold it for 20 seconds, come back, again. In that position, what would you do? Sit back on the foot if you can, sit down here, pull that front toe back towards you. Again, you're going to hold that for 20 seconds, and then you're going to push your heel down into the floor, push yourself up, and come back again. Glute squeezed, press forward as much as you can, keeping your core tight. Everything's in a nice straight line from my knee up to my shoulders again. I'm not arching back or anything like that. Another 20 seconds, sit back, another 20 seconds here, and then we change legs. So again from the front, come in this position, squeezing this glute with the back leg, the back foot, you can see my toes pointing in towards me. Yeah, pushing forward as far as I can, keeping my spine neutral, knee goes out that way. I'm just going to hold it, and making sure glute is tight. Then when we sit back down on our rear foot, pull this toe back towards us. Then we're going to come up here. 20 seconds in each position, twice. Next thing I want you to do, we've not done this, I want you to start doing this at home. We're going to lie down, chest to floor. We're going to put one arm out to the side, okay? So it's 90 degrees to your body. Here you're keeping your shoulder on the ground, your inside of your elbow on the ground, and your palm of your hand on the ground. From there, all you can do, with the other arm in under your armpit, roll yourself up as far as you can. Again, don't get uncomfortable or painful, just get to where you can feel a stretch. Bring the knee on that side up, and all you're going to do, bring this arm up. Here. Again, this hand is down on the floor, I'm pressing it down into the ground, keeping my shoulder on the floor, and just getting a nice stretch. Turning my head to look up at my hand. I'm going to hold it for 20 seconds, I'm going to relax, then I'm going to go back into it for another 20 seconds. Then I'm going to repeat it on the other side. Again, I'm going to show you it from the side so you can see what's happening. Put my right arm out on the floor, shoulder is down, arm is out 90 degrees. The inside of my elbow is pressing down, my wrist is pressing down. Rotate my body, push up, arm comes up. Again, you just hold it for 20 seconds, relax, take a couple of breaths, and up again for another 20 seconds. Okay, from there, we're going to get our foam roller, and we're going to do our sideline windmills. Okay, from there, we're going to put our roller out in front of us, we're lying down with our ear on our arm that's underneath us, your bottom leg is out straight. This knee is at 90 degrees, and you're going to keep the knee on the roller. And all you're going to do, you're going to bring your hand up, with your thumb pointing up towards your head. As you get past your head, you're going to turn your hand and bring your arm around. Yeah, we're just moving nice and slowly, trying to keep your head down, going for a full range of motion, keep your little finger down, Again, thumb comes up past your head. Once you get past your head, turn it towards your little finger. Rotate, keep your knee down. Feel the stretch, just move nice and slowly through it. You can do 5 on one side, then we'll do 5 on the other side. So again, all you do, switch over, knee down, arm out, so your ear's down on your arm, bottom leg is out straight, and we just rotate around, as if we're doing back stroke. Nice and slow. Again, on the side that gets stuck, if you want to turn your head to look at your hand, do. But we're just looking to move for a full range of motion. And again, 5 nice slow repetitions on each arm. Then the last thing I'm going to get you to do in your warm up, I call it floor angel. You're going to lie down, bring your feet in so you're bent through here. You're going to tuck your pelvis down so the back of your lower back is flat against the floor. You bring your arms out to the side and bend them 90 degrees. Then you're going to try and keep the back of your hands and the back of your wrists on the floor. You're going to bring your arms down, and again, stretch them up above your head. And we'll try to keep the back of your elbow and the back of your hand in contact with the floor, and keep the lower back flat as far as you can. You see, look, I'm down here, my hand starts to lever up. That's what we're trying to work again. So we get to wherever your hand starts to lever up, and then we work back. And we go up and down, and you do 10 of those. Now that holds the lower body and upper body routine. Work through that once on the days when you're doing training. If you've got time, work through it on the days you're not training as well.